Deep in the heart of southern Africa lies Botswana, a country renowned for its wild beauty, unspoiled wilderness, and vast open spaces that stretch as far as the eye can see. Here the land is shaped by ancient rivers and shifting sands, creating a tapestry of habitats that support some of the most spectacular wildlife on the continent. Botswana is a place where the rhythm of nature sets the pace of life, and every sunrise brings with it the promise of new adventures. In this remarkable land, nature truly reigns supreme. Iconic wildlife such as elephants, zebras, and antelope roam freely across protected sanctuaries, living as they have for millennia. The air is alive with the calls of birds and the ground trembles beneath the footsteps of migrating herds. Botswana's commitment to conservation has made it a haven for animals and a sanctuary for those seeking to witness the raw, untamed beauty of Africa. Nestled within the renowned Chobe National Park lies the legendary Savuti Marsh, a place that has earned its reputation as the stage for Africa's greatest wildlife drama. The Savuti is a landscape of contrasts, where lush wetlands meet arid plains, and where the struggle for survival plays out daily in a breathtaking display of nature's power and resilience. Once, this marsh was part of a vast super lake, but over centuries, the flow of the Savuti Channel has transformed it into a dynamic, ever-changing environment. When the channel flows, life flourishes. Water channels snake through the grasslands, attracting elephants, lions, hyenas, giraffes, and countless other species. The Savuti is famous for its dramatic predator-prey interactions, and for the sheer abundance of wildlife that gathers here, drawn by the promise of water and sustenance. As dawn breaks over the Savuti Marsh, the landscape is bathed in golden light. The silhouettes of acacia trees stand against the horizon, and the air is filled with the sounds of awakening life. Each sunrise here is unique, bringing with it new possibilities and the chance to witness extraordinary moments in the wild. Today, we invite you to experience the wild heart of Africa in a truly unforgettable way, from the back of a horse. Riding through the Savuti Marsh allows you to move quietly among the herds, to breathe in the wild air, and to see the landscape from a perspective few ever know. It's an adventure that brings you closer to the land and its creatures, forging a connection that is both exhilarating and deeply personal. A horseback safari in the Savuti Marsh is more than just a journey. It's an immersion into the untamed soul of Botswana. Here, every moment is filled with wonder, every encounter is unforgettable, and every ride is a step deeper into the wild magic of Africa. As dawn broke, our small group gathered at the stables, anticipation buzzing in the cool, fragrant air. Our guides greeted us warmly, introducing us to our safari horses, calm, strong, and born for the bush. My companion was Shumba, a bay gelding with gentle eyes and steady energy. These horses are more than transport, they're part of the safari family, at home among wild animals. Guides matched each rider with the perfect horse, ensuring comfort and safety. With a final check, we mounted up, feeling the rhythm of our horses and the promise of adventure ahead. As the sun rose, we turned toward the open marsh, ready to embrace the wild. As the first rays of sunlight crept over the horizon, we left the stables behind, our horses' hooves echoing softly in the cool morning air. The world seemed to expand before us, revealing endless space, golden grasses swaying gently in the breeze, and the exhilarating promise of the unknown. Each breath we took was filled with anticipation, the kind that only comes at the beginning of a true adventure. The landscape was bathed in a warm, golden glow, and for a moment time seemed to slow as we took our first steps into the wild heart of Botswana. Our path was not a road but a narrow animal track, winding its way through dense acacia and mopane woodlands. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, casting shifting patterns on the ground and illuminating the dust kicked up by our horses. The air was alive with the sounds of the bush, chirping cicadas, distant bird calls, and the occasional rustle of unseen creatures moving through the undergrowth. Every sense was heightened, every detail more vivid, as we followed the trail deeper into the wilderness. Our guide, a seasoned tracker with eyes sharp as a hawk's, paused to point out the subtle signs of life all around us. In the soft earth, he showed us the fresh tracks of a leopard, the delicate imprints of a porcupine, and the faint trails left by antelope passing in the night. These were details we would have missed on our own. But with his guidance, the bush revealed its secrets. It was as if we were learning a new language, one written in footprints and broken twigs, in scents and sounds. After weaving through the trees, We emerged onto the edge of the vast Savuti Marsh. Before us stretched a floodplain that seemed to go on forever, its grasses shimmering in the morning light. The sheer scale of the landscape was breathtaking, a wild, untamed expanse that invited exploration and promised discovery. We paused, letting our eyes wander across the horizon, feeling both small and incredibly alive in the face of such grandeur. The sense of freedom was overwhelming. We sat quietly on our horses, taking in the panorama, each of us lost in our own thoughts. The silence was profound, broken only by the soft snort of a horse or the distant call of a fish-eagle. In that moment we felt a deep connection to the land and to each other, united by the shared experience of witnessing something truly extraordinary. Riding onward, we became more than just observers. We were part of the landscape itself. The horses moved with quiet confidence, their bodies attuned to the rhythms of the wild. We blended into the environment, our presence barely disturbing the peace of the marsh. It was a feeling of belonging, of being exactly where we were meant to be, surrounded by the raw beauty of the African savanna. The breeze carried the earthy scent of grass and water, mingling with the sweet aroma of wildflowers. Insects buzzed around us, and birds flitted from branch to branch, their songs weaving a soundtrack to our journey. Every sound, every scent, every shifting shadow reminded us that we were guests in this ancient living world, a world that had existed long before us and would endure long after. With Shumba's confident stride beneath me, I felt a surge of excitement and gratitude. I settled into the saddle, ready to embrace whatever the day might bring. Ahead lay the story of Savuti, waiting to unfold with every hoofbeat and every breath. Our journey had only just begun, and already the magic of the wild was working its way into our hearts. Riding deeper into the marsh, every sense was alive. The sky arched endlessly above, the sun warming our shoulders as we swayed with our horses' steady gait. The marsh's symphony, swishing grasses, distant fish-eagle cries and the calls of plovers, created a peaceful soundtrack. The air was rich with the scent of sun-baked earth, wild sage, and the loamy breath of the marshlands. Colors shifted from golden grasses to vibrant greens, dotted with fan palms and rustling fronds. Each direction offered a new vista, a subtle beauty, and a grand spectacle. The landscape was a living painting, changing with every step. Here, every moment was a memory captured by the heart. There's a unique magic to a horseback safari, a kind of quiet thrill that's hard to describe until you've experienced it yourself. Unlike the rumble of a vehicle or the distant view from a walking trail, riding on horseback allows you to blend seamlessly into the landscape. The animals see the horses as part of their world, not as intruders, and so they accept your presence in a way that feels almost like a secret privilege. The rhythm of hooves on the earth, the scent of wild grass, and the gentle sway of the saddle, all combine to make you feel like you're part of the savanna itself. We watched impala graze just meters away, their delicate faces lifting from the grass to study us with wide, curious eyes. Instead of bolting in fear, they seemed to sense that we meant no harm, their curiosity replacing any instinct to flee. It was a quiet, beautiful moment, one where the boundary between human and animal seemed to blur, if only for a heartbeat. In the shade of the acacias, a family of giraffes nibbled leaves, their long necks weaving gracefully among the branches. From horseback, we were nearly at eye level with these gentle giants, able to watch the slow, mesmerizing way they fed and moved. Their calm presence was soothing, and for a few minutes we simply watched in awe, feeling the peace of the wild settle around us. Then came the highlight of the day, a herd of elephants gathered at a shallow pan, their massive bodies glistening in the sunlight. Matriarchs led the way, calves splashed and played, and the air was filled with the deep rumbling calls of the herd. We watched as they bathed, rolled, and sprayed water over their backs, completely at ease in their element. The sheer size and power of the elephants was humbling, but their playful interactions revealed a tenderness that was deeply moving. Our horses stood perfectly still, ears pricked forward, as fascinated by the elephants as we were. It was as if the entire landscape paused to witness this moment, a rare shared silence between species. We felt a profound connection, not just to the animals, but to the land itself. As we continued, we glimpsed a dazzle of zebra galloping across the open savanna, their stripes flashing in the sun. A solitary wildebeest stood on a rise, surveying his realm with quiet authority. Overhead, a dazzling array of birds, kingfishers, bee-eaters and storks filled the air with color and song, reminding us of the incredible diversity of life in Savuti. Each encounter felt like a gift, a fleeting moment of connection with the wild that left us humbled and grateful. The landscape was alive with movement and sound, and every sense was heightened by the thrill of discovery. In Savuti, every day brings new surprises, and every animal encounter is a reminder of the vibrant life that thrives here. Around every bend, we found something unexpected: a herd of antelope hidden in the reeds, a flash of color as a lilac-breasted roller took flight, or the sudden appearance of a warthog family trotting through the grass. The sense of wonder never faded. If anything, it grew with each new discovery. As the sun dipped low over the Savuti Marsh, painting the sky in gold and crimson, we rode back in quiet reflection. It was a day where the wild revealed itself to us, moment by unforgettable moment. A day that would linger in our memories long after the hoofprints faded from the dust. The Savuti sky is a masterpiece, an endless blue dome, ever-changing with drifting clouds. We rode from open grasslands to ghostly forests of drowned trees, silent witnesses to the marsh's shifting history. Along the Savuti Channel, water mirrored the sky, lilies bloomed, and kingfishers darted like jewels. The contrast between green channel and golden plains was striking. As afternoon light softened, the landscape glowed, grasses lit from within, shadows stretching long. The beauty was profound, touching something deep inside. It was a photographer's dream, but more, it was an emotional experience. In Savuti, the land and sky together create a sense of peace and gratitude. In the vast Savuti, our guides made us feel safe and cared for. Their knowledge was astounding. They read tracks, identified birds by call, and shared the bush's secrets. Safety was their priority, briefing us on wildlife behavior and horse trust. Calm and confident, they kept riders and horses at ease, even near elephants. Their passion for the land was infectious, turning the ride into a journey of discovery. With their guidance, we could fully immerse in the adventure, worry-free. The guides were the heart of the experience, making it unforgettable. As the sun set, our day in the saddle drew to a gentle close. We rode back in quiet reflection, grateful for the beauty and wonder we'd witnessed. Dismounting, I thanked Shumba for his steady companionship. Together, we watched the sky blaze with color, a classic African sunset. Around the campfire, we shared stories and laughter, reliving the day's highlights. The experience was more than adventure. It was a reminder of the joy and importance of wild places. The memories made here are etched in my heart, a day that nourished the soul. This day in Botswana was a single, beautiful note in the symphony of discovery. Riding through Savuti, feeling part of that ancient landscape is a joy I wish everyone could know. Adventure is better when shared, so I invite you to join me on future journeys. Let's discover the world together, one unforgettable experience at a time. Your support and presence inspire me to keep exploring and sharing these stories. Thank you for riding alongside me through the Savuti Marsh. The next adventure awaits. Let's see what magic we'll find together.